Welcome to this System Yoga Find Your Flow Vinyasa sequence. As the name suggests, there's going to be a ton of focus on long, continuous movement, building up to our peak pose, Ardha Chandrasana or half moon pose. So we'll start straight away at the front of our mat in a standing position, Tadasana mountain pose. Bring the feet hips distance, toes facing forward in parallel, ground down for all four corners of the feet, spread and lift the toes. Firm the inner thighs, engage the outer glutes. Draw the ribs in, draw the navel in, arms by the side. Broaden across the collarbones, gaze is softly ahead. Begin to draw attention to the breath now. Inhaling in, exhaling out through the nose. Start to notice the texture of the air, the sound of the inhale, the sound of the exhale. Notice as well the length of the inhale and exhale. Can you bring them closer into alignment to one another? The breath is so important for us. Throughout these entire sequences, particularly when times get difficult, postures get hard, it's amazing what awareness to the breath can do. On the exhale, begin to constrict the throat, like the sensation of fogging up a mirror or fogging up a glass. Keeping the mouth closed, this Ujjayi breath, warming the body. Means victorious breath. Begin to rotate out through the wrists, clockwise, counterclockwise. We ask a lot of the wrists in yoga, this class no exception to that, so we want to make sure they're nice and warmed up. A couple more just like that. Bring the hands together at heart center in prayer. Nice time now, if you wish to set an intention for the next half an hour or so. Something you can take with you off the mat after this class finishes. Bring the backs of the hands together, reverse prayer, really nice with the tops of the forearms, this one. Something I've started to include in my practice every day. When you're ready, hands back by the sides, beginning with our modified sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up, gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, swan dive down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Keep a bend in the knees for this first one. Or keep a bend in the knees throughout if you're rounded into the back. But start to enjoy the sensation of the head underneath the heart, deep stretch into the hamstrings. Begin to explore the sensation of lifting up the kneecaps, turning on the quadriceps muscles. That's going to help stretch out those hamstrings. But take it easy for this first one. A few more breaths here. Exhaling depth into the pose. Inhale, hands come to the shins, flat back. Exhale, the hands come down to frame the front feet, step back into plank pose. First one of the day. Option, if you wish here, to bring the knees down to the mat, or do the more conventional plank pose with the knees raised. Push the mat away, firm the inner arms together, dome out through the back. Tuck the tailbone, firm the inner thighs. Deep breath here. As you exhale, shift the shoulders past the wrists, bend at the elbows all the way down to the mat. Bring the hands under the shoulders. On your next inhale, peel the chest off the mat, cobra pose, gaze at the nose. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Slide the forearms forward, forearms on the mat. Inhale, peeling that chest up again, Sphinx pose. Beginning to warm up the back, these back bends. Exhale, back down to the mat. Arms down, back round by the sides. Final back bend. On the inhale, we're going to lift arms, lift legs, lift head. Locust pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands come back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, roll over the feet, knees lift, hips lead the way back to downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the day, so pedal into the feet, find areas of sensation that feel good and go there. Grip down into the mat, make sure the index fingers are facing forward, or middle fingers if you want a more traditional stance. Gaze up at the navel. And then once you finish warming up, find stillness in this posture. It's a posture we're going to return to time and time again throughout this sequence. Great grounding place to reset and refine the breath if you have lost it. Inhale, gaze forward between the hands. Exhale, step forward, straight into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, the hands come to the heart. Take a few more just like that. You'll notice we called it modified sun salutation A. Reason behind that is we're adding in extra back bends. It can be a really nice place to add in a few extras to complement the amount of folding we do in the sun salutations. Let's go. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, fold down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Keeping that bend in the knees if you like to. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, step back, plank pose. One inhale here. Push the ground away. Firm the inner arms together. Firm the inner thighs together. Exhale, shoulders come past the wrists. Bend at the elbows all the way down. Forearms slide forward. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Peeling the chest off the mat. Working into the back. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Hands swim around like you're doing breaststroke to the sides. Engage the fingertips, engage the toes. On your inhale, peel up, locust pose. Exhale, come all the way down. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Option for cobra, or come onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Gaze at the tip of the nose. Exhale, roll over the feet, knees and hips lead the way back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, side out through the mat. And next inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, step through. Forward fold, Uttanasana. I always like to grab opposite elbows for this. Up to you, you can bring the hands to the mat if you want. If you want even more on the wrists, you can bring the hands underneath the feet. Nice sensation to help warm them up. Inhale, hands to shins. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Gaze up as those palms touch. Exhale, the hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, fold down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Gaze up halfway. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, step back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shoulders past the wrist, bending all the way down to the mat. Sliding those forearms forward as you inhale, peeling the heart off the mat, Sphinx pose. Exhale, fold. Bringing those hands back behind you. On your inhale, locust pose. Exhale, back to the mat. Hands coming underneath the shoulders now. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the feet, the knees, hips lead the way back. Downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. Enjoy it, enjoy the stillness. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, step through. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms all the way out to come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking our sun salutation B now, modified version. Bring the feet together, top of the mat. As you inhale, sweep the arms back and sit down into your chair pose. Arms can be wider if you've got tight shoulders, or keep them about there. Sit down deeply. Look down at the toes, make sure you can see them. Make sure neither knee is tracking out. Sit down deeper as you exhale. Bring the weight into the heels. Exhale, fall down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring those feet hips distance. Enjoy that sensation of head under heart. Inhale, gaze up, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Option to go straight back to your plank here, or if you want to take an arm balance, set the feet back near your ruler's distance. Grip the mat with the hands, root down through the base knuckles. Bring the knees to the triceps and just start to lean and enjoy the sensation of the weight coming from the ball of the hand into the fingers. And as it comes into the tips of the fingers, the feet become light enough to lift off the mat into your Bakasana crow pose. Bring the feet towards the glutes. Inhale here, work to straighten the arms. Exhale, come back, down to earth. Join everybody else in plank pose. Inhale, exhale, bend at the elbows, all the way down. Straight up, facing dog this time. Exhale, rolling over the feet, downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, the right leg rises. Keep the hips square. You know they're square because when you flex that lifted foot, toes are pointing down. Exhale, knee to nose round the spine. Foot between the hands, lower that back knee. Coming into this Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Stretching that back hip flexor. Squeeze that back glute, help to deepen that psoas stretch on the left side. Keep the hands at the knee, or if you want, they can come up. As you exhale, hands come back down inside the leg and walk that front foot out towards the end of the mat and come onto the blade edge. Keep it flexed and bring that left foot towards the glute. Reach around and grab it with your right hand and push foot into hand, pull hand into foot. You want an equal distribution of force, stretching that quadricep in an engaged position. Exhale, let go, turn hands to the mat, step back into plank, bend the elbows, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the feet, downward facing dog. Deep breath here, side out, reset. Feet together at the back of the mat, inhale, that left foot rises. Keeping the hips square. Exhale, knee to nose around the spine. Left foot, between the hands, back knee comes down. Hands come to that front knee, hip flexor stretch on that right side. Turn on that glute with the back leg. Help stretch out the psoas. Bend deeply into that front left foot. Knee can track above the ankle or it can go a bit further. Quadriceps are there to do that. So that'll just deepen that hip stretch. If you wish, hands can come up if you'd like. Hands come back down. Heel toe that foot out to the left hand side of the mat. Come onto the blade edge of the foot. Keep it engaged. Kick that right foot back towards the glute. Go and grab it with the left hand. Kick hand into foot, foot into hand, equal force between the two. Stretching that quadricep in an engaged position. Exhale, let go. Frame the foot, step back to plank. and take it through your Vinyasa, meeting all back in downward facing dog. Coming through into our main sequence now, on the right side, feet together at the back of the mat, inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose round the spine. Foot lands between the thumbs. This time, that knee at the back stays off the ground, coming into a high lunge. High lunge. Take a look at your feet, make sure they're hips distance apart. It's really difficult to do this pose with the feet on a tightrope. Bend deeply into that front knee. Turn on the back glute of that left foot. Inhale, length. Exhale, depth. Try not to bunch into the shoulders. It's a habit that's really, really easy to do. Let them drop down, relax. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We're going to come into our standing twisted crescent here. So our left hand is going to go forward, our right hand is going to go back. And as it does that, twisting the body out to the right side, keeping those crescent legs, keeping the lunge bend. If you can, challenge yourself, gaze towards that back hand. Twisting the body. It's ironic that through twisting and contorting the body, we release tension. Opposite of daily life. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. We're going to rotate that back foot 90 degrees to face the left side of the mat and swing into our warrior two. So we're swinging round. Those toes now face this side. Warrior two. Warrior two. Bend deeply into that front knee. Push back through the blade edge on the back foot. Imagine someone's got a rope attached to your front arm and your back arm and they're pulling them, keeping them engaged. Gaze over the fingertips. Gaze over the fingertips. Great posture here, just spend a few breaths in. Bending deeply into that front knee. Trying to make sure you keep the torso stacked above the pelvis. It can be very easy to want to lean forward like that. Try not to do that. Flip the front hand. Inhale, front hand rises, back hand comes back down the knee, reverse warrior. Exhale, coming back to warrior two. Inhale, exhale, front elbow to front knee. Back arm overhead, extended side angle. Push the elbow into the knee so you don't dump down. Draw that lower rib in your side angle. And then on your inhale, flow between your reverse warrior as you exhale back into your side angle. Do this at your own pace. Doesn't matter how much you do, how many you do. Just enjoy the flowing nature of this movement, this dancing warrior movement. Stop in your next reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Windmill the arms back to frame that front foot. Stepping back to plank and through your Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, that left foot rises. Exhale, knee to nose around the spine, push the ground away. Left foot between the thumbs. Feet hips distance. Inhale up, steadily or unsteadily. Asana, high lunge on the left hand side. Inhaling length, exhaling depth into your foundation, squeeze the back glute. Imagine you're trying to pull the mat towards the middle with each foot, creating a strong foundation. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Right hand forward, left hand back. Standard twisted crescent on the left hand side. Explore gazing back at that left hand contorting the body. Inhale. On your next exhale, hands come back to the heart, swinging that right foot 90 degrees to the right hand side of the mat. Into our warrior two. Into our warrior two. Push the quadricep of that back foot into the hamstring. Bend deeply into the front foot, line it up, heel to arch. From front foot to back foot. Warrior two. Gaze over the backhand, let all your troubles disappear behind you. Gaze over the front hand into the future. Flip the front hand. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Keeping the torso facing the side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, side angle on that opposite side. Pushing the elbow into the knee, making sure we don't dump down in this area. Hand over the top, stretching out that side body. And then beginning to take a dancing warrior on the inhale. Between reverse warrior and extended side angle. Do this in line with your own breath. Build your own flow. Enjoy it. Get lost in it. On your next reverse warrior, stay there. Deep inhale, exhale, windmill those arms down, frame the front foot. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale, fill up with air, upward facing dog. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of the mat, inhale, that right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose round the spine. Foot between the thumbs. Inhale, high lunge. High lunge. Exhale, standard twisted crescent. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Time now then to explore half moon, our peak posture. So a little bit of time to explore this. Step in that back foot, maybe a foot or so's distance, and bring that right hand down, maybe a foot or so in front of your standing foot. This foot's going to want to come off the ground, allow it to do so. Make sure your front toes are still facing the front of the mat, and make sure your left toes in this instance are facing the side of the mat. That's how we know the femur's nice and neutral. That back hand lifts up to the sky, one long line of energy, half moon pose. This pose represents the balance between the full moon, the extrovert full moon, and the introverted waning moon. It's a great balance as well between standing postures, balancing postures. Challenge the balance, gaze up at that elevated hand. When you're ready, come back. Bring that back foot back, come into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill down. Frame the front foot, step back through your vinyasa. Meet downward facing dog. Just a couple of deep breaths here. Chance to explore that again on the left hand side. Really is a brilliant posture. I read a journal recently that compared standing postures and how much they strengthen the glutes. And the extended leg, the raised leg of half moon, was the leading strengthener of the glutes. And second to that was the straight leg, the grounded leg. Beat out all the other postures. Really great one for the glutes. But also for the mindset, you have to focus completely in that one. One of my favourites. Feet together at the back of the mat, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose around the spine, push the ground away. foot between the hands. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana, high lunge. Right hand forward, left hand back, standard twisted crescent. Gaze at that back hand. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart, swivel it round. Warrior two, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Getting ready for our half moon again on this side. Stepping that back foot in slightly, and the left hand's going to come down to the mat. As it does so, that back foot's going to want to come off the ground. Let it do it. Bring it all the way up. That 90-degree angle. Keeping those toes facing the side, that's how you know the femur's neutral. That front forwards, do a little dance, let it do it. Totally normal. Gaze is the head of the foot. Gaze up at the hand. Exhale. Foot comes back. Warrior two. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill down. Frame the front foot. Step back through your Vinyasa, downward facing dog. Is where we'll all meet. Inhale. Exhale, come down to the knees. Sit down in a comfortable seat. Bring the attention back to the breath if it's long gone. If you've stuck with it, well done. You release the Ujjayi element now if you'd like to. The body will be nice and warm. Know that everything ahead of us is the cool down. Difficult bit's done. But do spend time exploring half moon pose. It's a fantastic pose. Named after the moon god who was stripped of his shine, stripped of his extrovert luster, and learnt the balance between light and dark, between outward and inward. Come into a seat with the legs crossed. Bring the right hand to the edge of the left knee, left hand behind you, gaze over that left shoulder. Simple twist. Swap it around, left hand outside of right knee, right hand behind you, simple twist. Come onto the back, the knees bent. Last bit of flowing we'll do today. Knees opening out to the left, gazing over to the right. Flowing the other side, knees out to the right, gaze over to the left. A few more just like that. Enjoying that clarity of mind that being in a flow state brings. Hopefully, this has managed to bring you a greater sense of clarity during this half an hour. Then come into stillness. Extend the feet out to the ends of the mat. Extend the hands out. Let go of all effort. Maybe revisit that intention you set if you did set one at the start of this class. Hopefully you can take that off the mat with you. Shut down the eyes. Savasana, final pose. Do stay here as long as it serves you. And when you're ready, bring the hands Together, close out the practice. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.